Yep, you all included.
Yes.
I am included.
So we're here, number two. Welcome back to another podcast with myself, Reese, and Tom.
Hello there.
Today's mainly going to be about PRF1. Reese has got a lot of news for you on that side. Um, Myself for SLR, it's just basically like an announcement. It's nothing major. But yeah, nothing.
I'm just
It's
here
going
for
to be
the
a shorter one than
participation
last
medal.
week because obviously we don't have any guests this week. We might have a little bit of a chat about what happened in Hungary as well, because quite interesting what happened with Verstappen and stuff like that. But yeah, Reese, if you want to take it away and lead with yours, that's fine by me.
Okay, so firstly, I just want to say that I've completely lost my train of thought now. All right, so the calendar, it's just going to follow the normal calendar of F1. You know, Australia, Bahrain, whatever's after them. But that will be posted up properly tomorrow on the Discord in obviously the season schedule. I believe, Jar Jar, did you say that you're going to do it month by month?
Whoa, Jar Jar, that's old school, is that? Yeah,
Let's get up to
I'm
date here.
I'm basically going to do it month by month. So at the first of every month, it'll be posted, and the last week of the month ready for the next month. So you basically know when there's going to be a break, or if there's going to be a break, and when there's stuff obviously happening. Obviously, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday won't change. It'll only change if there's a break. I've decided to do SLR based on when there's a break in real life. But obviously, I don't know if you're wanting to follow suit as well, Reese. I mean, I think having a bit of a break, it sort of breaks it up, and obviously, there's a bit of a chance to have a bit of a social race and take a bit of stress away from actually wanting to race
Yeah,
properly.
crash into everyone.
Um, yeah, a big 20-man derby. But yeah, I'm planning to have to follow the calendar with breaks. But I'm gonna put it forward anyway. But we'll see if people warm to it. I think it's a good idea. But yeah, the calendar will be done monthly, and it'll be done like the week before
Yeah, so that
for
will
like the
be
next
up
month.
in yes, that will be posted up in the season schedule tomorrow. Same with a lot of stuff that's happening tomorrow. So me, Billy, and Tom are going to be very, very busy tomorrow because we're also going to be going through the statistics and the driver ratings tomorrow. Hopefully to have it be posted up late tomorrow or maybe just the day after.
Yeah,
So that is
I imagine it'll be day after.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're gonna have a
it's definitely
very,
going to take
very
some
busy
time.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd probably be better to actually release them scattered as well, because nobody wants to get up. Nobody wants to like if you say oh they're all released at 2 o'clock and then you release 5 or 10 and they're all released, it's like it takes a bit of the buzz away from it. So I'd scatter them because then obviously you've got something to look forward to if you haven't seen yours released.
Someone
Absolutely.
keeps making chats in the Discord, which I'm not approving.
Wait, have
There's
we?
there's just been there's just been another chat at the Discord, also labeled as driver ratings, and nothing's been put in it, which is really odd. But we've had a lot
Are you
of
sure you're not doing it
interest.
twice? There is two
No,
SLR races in that, you know.
I'm going to say you put yourself in there twice because you're an idiot.
but we've
Are
had
you
a
sure you're not creating
decent.
them on one account and then creating them on the other?
No, because I've got one account on my computer, which is always on, and one on my phone. And I only make like only one of them is labeled as an admin, so only one of them can be creating the chats. The only other admin there is Tom, so I don't know if Tom's trying to make me like lose my
I
mind or
am not
something. Think I'm
creating
going
anything.
insane.
Would be funny if
I
he
think
is.
you just had recently. Uh,
But yeah, we've had a lot of interest in the driver ratings, which is obviously really nice. So yeah, the driver ratings and the uh, what are they called? The statistics will
Statistics.
be coming out very, very soon. So yeah, the statistics are going to be weird because obviously we didn't keep track of absolutely everything in PRF1 because we didn't know that we were doing the first season of PRF1, so to say, because we didn't know we were actually doing the statistics till a bit later on. That idea was
Yeah.
thought of. So we'll be going back and sort of skimming through all the races, which is going to take fucking ages, and we're going to do
Yeah.
statistics like. like the amount of wins everyone has, because that's quite easy to see. You sort of skip to the end, the pole positions, the largest championship gap for the drivers and the constructors, etc.
I will
Lovely,
add to
that'll
that
be.
just before you carry on, Reese.
Yeah.
I think with the driver wins and the pole positions and stuff, in my honest opinion, it's probably going to be the same 4, 5, 6 names. So if people are wanting like their cards, if you like, I'm going to call it an Ultimate Team card because that's what it is basically. If people are wanting their Ultimate Team card, it'll probably have something that's more relevant to them on it. If you know what I mean. So
Yeah, because
if you take somebody who's finished mid table, so if you take let's take Tom for
But
instance.
take me for example.
Didn't have the
Crashes.
didn't have the best season. Never got on pole position. Did you win a race? No, I don't think so. But
I'll have you know. I
you
got a
could
second
put the
place.
status on as positions gained, positions lost. That'd be a good one to see for him because you can see how many positions he's lost from his qualifying position and how many positions he's won from his qualifying position. I think that'd probably be more interesting to look at on certain type of people.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
have a look at that, because if we can do that for everyone, that would be great. You know, maybe they don't have any race wins, and you can see it on the thing, but you can see that they've made up a lot of positions in the thingy, whatever it is, on the first lap or whatever. And then obviously the actual driver ratings on the card will just be like 89 experience, 92 racecraft, 94 awareness, 96 pace, and then the overall rating, which is what we've shown in the driver ratings chat on the Discord, which is quite cool as well. So it will be for everyone. It will have statistics and that for everyone. And I'm hoping for this season, unfortunately, again, we couldn't start it for next season, but for this season, we can maybe even go really in depth and do like average gap to teammate, how many times they've out-qualified their teammate and stuff, which would be quite cool.
Yeah, we need a few more hands on board for that, I think.
Man, so that's going to take a hell of a lot of effort, Reese. But
Yeah, which is again why for now I feel like we've only got us three as admins. So I'm going to be reaching out to others and see who is
Eventually.
actually still on board for it, because again, last season the admin whole group chat thing was an absolute mess. We need to be a lot more coordinated this time around.
I think it was perfectly fine.
There were a big reason for that. Yeah, there were a big reason for that, but that soon got sorted.
These reasons will not ever be discussed. What happens in those chats
We'll
stays in those chats.
Yeah, so because obviously this whole thing, the whole goal of admins is to make it as enjoyable for everyone in the league as possible, and obviously this is the way forward. I think it would be really cool to have these statistics and have these ratings on show for everyone. Which then leads me on to the ideas chat, which I put in the Discord yesterday, I think it was as well, where you can, if you have an idea, suggestion, how to improve something that we've already got in PRF1 or even add something onto it, you can write it in the ideas chat. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to like it, no matter what it is. I'm just going to like it to say I've seen it, and I'll review this with other admins once we get more in. So yeah, I think it's a really good way to add a bit more interaction with us, and yeah, vote for stuff that you might enjoy that we didn't think of, which is again where, because we've had obviously last season every Wednesday it was the performance race. A few people would then race in that, which is really fun. It brought the field closer, but that's where now in the idea chat you can think of something else, maybe a league v league kind of race, a kind of thing that
or a classic cars, an F2, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Classic cars, or maybe a bit like what SLR is doing. You can create your own team and then try race that and have your teammates, so you can both apply to racing that together. You can be teammates and see how far you get, kind of thing. So
yeah. I think with SLR being purely that as well, I think if you were wanting to do an extra race which crossed over with SLR, because obviously there's a couple of drivers that are in PRF1 which I've obviously made exception for because, well, let's be honest, one of them's exceptional, and the other one is right up there as well. But yeah, oh dear. But yeah, I think if you want to do like a crossover or something like that, or something that's extra with PRF1 like we did with Performance Race, I think it'd have to be something where if nobody was in, if say you had 20 drivers solid week in week out, but then 5 of them weren't available one week and then 5 of them weren't available, I think it should be something that if there's a leaderboard to it, you can be added to it, you will be replaced, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what we found ourselves doing, especially when I took over the Performance Race. I found myself removing people rather than keeping them in the standings and adding people to it, which is obviously different on a Friday and Saturday, Sunday.
It's probably why that went tits up and completely chaos and kind of just didn't work out.
Yeah, I had to look at who were turning up. I had to look at who hadn't turned up for 3 weeks. If you didn't turn up for 3 weeks, you were out basically. It got a bit silly, but
yeah, that's why
still
we're
managed.
introducing like a point system for this. If you miss like 3 races within a certain time period or something, then your seat could be at risk for someone else. Because the whole point of this now is
It's
to
worth
be
giving it
as
someone else.
competitive as possible. And if you're not turning up every week, then you know we want a full grid as often as we can. So yeah.
Yeah, we understand that obviously people are going to be back at work and stuff on weekends. Weekends are always stretched anyway because it's majority of time when people have got time off work. But obviously, if people aren't gonna let us know and stuff like that, it's a bit different to just not turning up and not saying no. Going rogue is completely different. If you're gonna let us know. Fair enough. It makes everyone's life easier.
So we got a area in the Discord where you can put all your non-attendance stuff up there. So it is there. You know where it is. If you're not on the Discord and you were not going to be able to attend a race, just DM either me or Reese of if you're going to be there or not. Through Messenger.
Yeah, obviously I'll look after Sundays on my jacks. That's fine.
One thing I want to add is we've got a completely full grid for Div 1 and Div 2 on paper, but there's only 30 people in the Discord, and a lot of that is admins or just people we know. Why
admins.
isn't there 40 people in the Discord? Because what I do,
I think what it might be down to now, if we've got the majority of people involved on the Discord, I think it might be worth just sending a link individually to these people, and then get them on board.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have to go through.
You've said you're involved. Here's the link. Get on here. If you're not on here, or you can't get on here, let us know. Because that's the only way we're going to find out now. And we've only got 2 weeks as well, so it's not like we aren't given enough time already. It's pretty
exactly. So tomorrow we'll go through Div 1, Div 2, see who's in the Discord and who's not. Whoever is not, we'll DM them, be like, "Are you still interested? If not, we're going to search for someone else."
Yeah, going back to your previous point as well about the, I just remembered about the, I'm going to call it Ultimate Team card again. What was posted?
I hate that so much.
Yeah, I know. Alright, it's me. Yu-Gi-Oh card. There you go.
That's perfect.
That's not the final design. That's something that I played about with last year. I didn't have the official logo, so I've had to create a new one. In my opinion, it looks a bit smarter. It kind of interlinks with SLR as well, because obviously it's the same layout, just different colours. So it'll be more based on the new logo rather than the old one, because obviously that was me playing about for an hour one night.
Yeah.
So whatever's submitted next time, put it this way, it'll look 100 times better than what it does, because that looked naff.
Absolutely.
That was like when you open a gold pack and you get some rare Bangladeshi from Hungary playing in Swedish League or something. It wasn't very good. You'd quick sell it, put it that way.
A random football reference, which I know fuck all about.
Exactly. You just quick sell it, put it that way.
One more thing I want to add, and then I'm basically done on my side of things, is I am going to be sorting out very, very soon now the introduction video for PIF1, which is going to be, well, PIF1 and SLR, which is really cool. It's going to be privated. It won't be out to the public because of copyright reasons with all the sort of music and stuff I want in the background. But it'd be really cool to just have as a private video on the Discord for when people join in, they can read the rules and then go through that video, which is a bit of an introduction into it all. So that's going to be really cool and something to look forward to as well. But yeah, Fuse.
I'm glad you know what you're doing that, because I don't.
And the amount of excitement
way
right
above
now.
me, that.
And one more thing,
What you said that was the last thing.
fuck off.
The amount of times you said one more
Commentators.
thing.
Both leagues are kind of in need of commentators. I need one for Division 1 for a few races because Splay is a bit busy, but then after that, Splay is my full-time commentator for Division 1. And I need one for Division 2. If no one's available, it's fine. I'll try to look on outside of the league. And again, if no one's available, I'll just stream Div 2. But yeah, if you're up for streaming and you think it's something cool, then...
You know how well Reese is commentating is. Definitely
Oh
come on,
yeah,
someone bring up.
great. I know so much about the tracks and stuff. It's great. But yeah, I'll be making a new Twitch and a new YouTube soon because obviously I don't have access to the old leagues YouTube and
See,
Twitch. So
this is where I wanted to ask your opinion on this. I've created an SLR Twitch. I've created an SLR YouTube. If you wanted to, I'd be happy to rename everything and make it a dual page.
yeah, I
so
mean,
But that's
easy to do,
something that we'd have. Yeah, that's something we'd have to talk about. I mean, obviously we made it separate, but obviously we've got full control now. Balls in our court, sort of thing. If we wanted to make this a dual page, then it'd be easy to do. Plus, there'd be more people on board.
I think if we do
So,
make it a dual page, we can make it really high quality and really good. To be honest.
Yeah, there's more effort going into it then.
Exactly.
rather
Yes, I
than-
think that is probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah. Well, I can do that. We can do that. Obviously, we'll have to decide if we're going to combine the Facebook pages then. But at the minute, no, because we aren't
Why
fully
not?
set up. So I'd leave that
Yeah,
separate
now-
for now.
yeah,
So
we'll
we've got
keep
2
the
weeks to
Facebook
decide
for
that.
that.
So, and plus, I'd only have to invite 2 people to the PRF1 page as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, any questions, just ask me, Billy, or Fuse. We seem to be the main people about it right now. Literally all the other admins that we used to have, I've not heard from in so long since the league ended, so I don't know what's going on there, to be honest.
Beef. That's all I could say.
Yeah,
Beef.
I think
Beef
it's
describes the
just,
situation perfectly.
I think it's just a matter of fact now of approaching people and asking the question, because we're all adults at the end of the day. If you don't want to do something, you don't get involved. You
Well, apart
leave.
from Splay.
If you want to get involved with something, you put your name forward. You get on with it. Do you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
people want to be involved but they feel like they can't be there every week, fair enough. Let us know. But it's certainly the thing that I've had to deal with the past couple of weeks with what people have been telling me. But it's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuse, do
Before
you
we
want
end,
to add
I do have
anything
something
on?
to
Or...
say. I do
Alright.
have something to say about
Surprising.
the
Go
old
for it. Take the mic.
about how we had the old shut up. About the old performance league. I do want to do that, but I'm not going to start it at the same time as SLR and PRF1. I'm going to delay it by probably 6 or 7 races in order to get an idea of what everyone's pace is like on the new game. Then I will start
Oh yeah,
setting it
that's
up. I
something we
will be
definitely need
putting
to find out.
I will be
Yeah.
putting Facebook posts about it later to the stage when I'm thinking about actually setting it all up. But yeah, that will be something that will happen, and it'll probably be on the same day as it was through the last season.
Alright.
Yeah, that's fair
Um,
enough. I mean, to add to that as well, there's been a massive pace change.
Yeah.
We'd expect that from a new game.
Oh, absolutely.
There's some people that are absolutely rapid. There's some people that used to be rapid and are still finding their feet. I for one, I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really disappointed with myself. I'm actually really disappointed with how slow I actually am on this game. But
I can confirm Reese is now a complete bot.
I'm still quicker than you.
Let's not get into a
Let's
fight.
not get bogged down with who's quicker than me, because I'm clearly the quicker one.
Yeah, I would actually say out of the three of us now, Tom is the quickest, and I never thought them words would be coming out of my mouth.
You've not seen our race.
You've not seen Reese yet.
Yeah, that's not true.
Okay. I'll give Reese that.
I shall shut up right now.
The wheel tracks, but I mean.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say.
Come at me, Austria.
Another one thing.
Reese has got many
channel,
things.
Yeah, I do. Unlike how it was last time, where it'd be like this person's got a warning, and then move on. I want a proper incidents channel where it says what they've got, why they've got it, and a proper in-depth explanation. Because we've had a lot of people appeal their thing and wondering what clip, what, and like why they've got that. So I want to have a proper in-depth paragraph about why we decided what we did.
Yeah, I think with that
maybe
as well
a sentence, not a paragraph.
That goes. Yeah, let's go for a few lines. Fucking, it's a 3-mark answer, not a 10-mark.
We've got to get the FIA rulebook out. Marks the fucking paragraph 2.3.
Quote Article 27.5 in the FIA rulebook.
Yeah, what I was going to say as well, that links strongly to what I was saying last time we did this, when I said that we only want to see race-changing incidents. We don't want to see love taps. We don't want to see people purposely running people off track. Yeah, we don't want to see hissy fits over, oh, he pushed me a little bit, right, so why didn't you back out? It's not what we want to see. It happens in real life, they don't get punished for it. The only thing they get punished for in real life is genuinely being a dick or taking advantage of what they're doing. So, that's all we want to see, really.
We've got the rules clear as day in the Discord, and we've got 2 videos.
We all have the respect for each other to race cleanly anyway. So, anybody that's seen, obviously, stepping over the mark, exceeding the limits sort of thing, will get obviously spoken now, because that's not what we're about. We want to encourage a fun race and a lot of respect for each other, because that's what a lot of us have got. I think with the drivers that we've got, I think we've got definitely a great blueprint for a good season.
Absolutely. Yeah. Should be very close.
I just put in the ideas chat. If anyone would like a clips channel where you can post all your best racing clips, so instead of them all getting hidden away in the chat thing, you could post.
Oh yeah, I drove the take of the season on Monaco, and I sent it round everywhere, and nobody were interested. Oh my god, I got right overtaking Monaco. Yeah, exactly.
I think any overtake at Monaco should be just put on there.
If you're finished with PRF1, then obviously I'll just have my brief chat about SLR. If you're ready.
Yeah, take it away, honey.
There's not really much to say. Obviously, the calendar's joint with PRF1, so it's going to be posted on both pages for now until if we decide to link them, which I think we will do. So all that there is to say after that is I am looking for a commentator to commentate on Sundays. There's times in everybody's life when people and things happen that people don't expect, and all I've got to do is respect Callum's decision to take a step back. He will be coming back, and I know he'll come back because I know what he's like. He's adamant to do this. He's not left this half-hearted. He wants to do it, but there's obviously a bigger picture in everybody's life, and it's not the right time for him. So I'm excited to have Callum back. I think everybody who's driving should be excited for Callum to come back, because it won't be long until he is. But we do need a Sunday and definitely a Friday. Oh no, sorry, a Saturday and a Sunday commentator, don't we, across both divisions, both leagues?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we'll be asking everybody in PRF1 first. If anybody wants to, obviously, stick the nose or stick the foot in door and have a word with us about possibly doing Friday. I keep saying Friday, Saturday or Sunday. then let us know. Because I think we'll be more for having one of our own do it than putting it out to a public page and asking.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that's all from SLR. If I'm honest, we obviously get going on August 2nd. It's the same week as PRF1, but obviously the calendar will say that itself when it's out, and the 2 seats remain open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get sweating, everyone.
I think.
Two
Yeah.
seats with your name on it.
And I think
Except
tomorrow.
for I am going to tell VRF1 Elite you can take a break for the next 2 weeks if you want. You don't need to practice anything. You can go on holiday. You can go on holiday, go to the pub with your mates, enjoy yourself. Don't bother about. Don't worry about where you're going to
Just don't
finish.
bother turning up for the races.
Just make sure you turn up on August 2nd and all the rest of the races, and I think you'll do all right.
Absolutely, I think you'll have a fair fight.
One thing I am
Yeah.
going to do tomorrow, though, is just look on the actual F1 Codemasters page and make sure there isn't any massive game-breaking glitches that keep popping up in the multiplayer.
True.
I want
yeah.
to make sure that it's actually safe
About that.
for when we do race.
Yeah,
So
about that.
I saw a few
About
days
that.
ago
The
that
game is
such
fucking
glitch was
broken.
happening.
I've still read that there is a massive problem with
Connection.
setting off and the clutches.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah.
I
Um,
haven't. It's that problem, so I think that's fine.
Mate, it's strange. Like, if you get... Obviously, a lot of people, when you're starting a race, when you get on the grid, you hold A straight away. Or you hold the button on your wheel, for instance. You hold A straight away, even though it doesn't ask you to. Like, you release as you normally would and you set off, and then all of a sudden you're staring at Williams. It's weird.
Ah, yeah.
So,
the
yeah,
whole
we'll-
reverse camera
we'll
thing.
have to
That was
look at that.
fixed. That was fixed. I did hear about that.
Yeah, but
It's
right
it was
now,
the strangest thing ever.
we're still set to start of the month, and end of the month as well, kind of the 31st and the 1st. But
Yep.
it's not set in stone because we don't know how the F1 multiplayer is.
Is it not?
So
Shit.
Oh. I'm saying stone for August 2nd, so PRF1 you can wait, SLR, get in there.
Well, we say that shit, but you know, we do 100%.
Yeah, do you know what?
The only issue we
I
have is
would
getting
start
kicked
it
out.
anyway. I would start it anyway on the 31st. I'd have it
Yeah,
set in
yeah,
stone
it's
anyway
still-
if it were
it's-
me,
yeah, it's
because
we're still
even if
planning
there's,
to race.
if
I
there is
just
bugs,
wanna
it's
make
all
sure.
part of it. Do you know what I mean? If there's a bug, it's part of it. It's a game. It's not life and death.
I'm not saying we
I know,
played
but
I
it.
mean, look at me.
if
Look at me in
if
Austria
it's-
on last game. Jesus Christ.
The thing is, if it's a bug that can be avoided, I prefer to just wait another week or so to avoid it.
Pardon me. Excuse me. That's disgusting.
Either way, if I do have second thoughts, I'll put it to all the racers. I'll put a poll up and see what they say. If they want to race, then
yeah.
then we can race. And if
There's
something
always
happens, it's your fault.
There's always the option as well. There's always the option as well of if you run Australia and Australia's a complete shit show
Rerun
and
it.
everybody agrees it is, then you just rerun it. You just do it again the next week or do it again when the update's done. Just restart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's the end of that. I think we're all good.
It is, yeah. Do you want to have a quick chat about Hungary? And,
Let's have a quick chat about the
what's
actual
going on?
Formula
What's-
1. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
obviously they've had,
Tracing Point.
Tracy Point being absolutely fisted by Renault right now, really. There's no other words for it.
Yeah.
Has their
They've had a
second
second goal,
appeal
haven't they?
been? Yeah.
Yeah, they've
has
had a
their
second
appeal
goal.
been said anything? Yeah. Do we know what's happened with that?
To,
It's still
don't
to
going
be
know,
on.
honest,
so
to be honest, FA are probably at the point of, you know what, Renault,
Yeah.
just buy a Merc yourself.
They're either saying, look, there's two ways to go about this. They're either going to turn around and say, look, you've had one go, piss off, or they're going to turn around and say, oh, actually, if you're having a second go, we might actually have to look into this.
What's interesting to me is what Helmut
Well, actually,
Marko
no,
said.
I've
technically
got
saying
it's
tracing
third.
point up on the screen as well. Let's have a look at the tracing point. Let's have a spin round the car whilst
In
we're
actual
chatting.
reality, that's actually the third time because they did protest it at the start of pre-season testing. They were
Yeah, but
Yeah, they
apparently
did,
when
yeah.
they
Judgmental
but
against-
when they protest things at the start of the season in the pre-season testing, apparently it doesn't actually go to the higher. Well, it's not a proper protest because that's happened with DAS as well, didn't it? They had to wait till the first race of the
Yeah.
season to protest it properly.
We're all going to get, they were going to be a massive protest in Australia, and then it never happened. But then obviously
Yeah, it's
Red
went to
Bull went
Austria.
rogue with it in Austria and just said, look, we'll do it because we believe we've got it, but we think that yours is wrong.
Yeah, but what's interesting to me is what Helmut Marko said about the pink Mercedes was that if the pink Mercedes is cleared as legal, then that's going to save their sister team a lot of money. My question is, why didn't they try that in the first place? They've had that team for years. Why don't they just try one season to make it really like the Red Bull, so it's actually quite competitive? Why wait so long?
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't they just take the risk?
I think it's just more the fact
everyone
of
just
having
buy
your own.
Everyone buy
Well, to be fair,
easy.
I was actually going to say, me and Callum were talking about this the other day in quite deep discussion. That it seems like this year, it seems like if you don't have a Mercedes engine, why are you turning up?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that
I mean, the Mercedes
engine
has clearly
is
become the most dominant engine.
It's ridiculous.
It's Ferrari's
not
fault,
just because of the power.
They pushed them that far. Like even Toto Wolff said that they pushed themselves to exhaustion to make that engine so fucking good.
And now,
especially when Ferrari weren't even running a legal engine, and now look at them now. You could say that Ferrari are 2 seasons behind now.
Honestly, yeah, as well. It's like 2016 season where the Mercedes were dominant and were crashing into each other. The Ferrari were just not good enough, and instead it was Red Bull picking up the podiums with Max Verstappen.
Yeah, it's just it's the team leader of Ferrari, Matteo Binotto, that has screwed that team and absolutely crippled it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you've seen him getting sacked.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's not here next season. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It wouldn't surprise me if they just paid him off and said, "You know what? There's your 30 million. See you later."
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
he's done nothing good for it. I mean, it also shows that the Honda definitely also cheated at the end of the season when Ferrari were also protesting against it in Brazil. Because as we saw across the line, the Honda was quicker than the Mercedes.
Yeah, but then again,
and that was a Toro Rosso.
Yeah, but I feel like Red Bull and Toro Rosso made a massive step up towards second half of the season. I reckon after the break, they were probably one of the best teams of the midfield and one of the best teams of the top 3.
Yeah. Alfa Romeo annoyed me. They started off the season, they've just become a new team, and they were constantly on the up as the season progressed, and now they're just nowhere.
Again, I think that's the Ferrari engine to blame.
Could be, yeah.
There's no drivetrain on it, there's no power. I think it's safe to say the Renault's looking better than that.
Well, yeah, I'm just hovering over Renault now as we talk about them. I actually think Renault stepped up massively since Austria.
Absolutely,
so does Ricciardo.
The first Austria race. Yeah, the first Austria race was horrendous for him, but the second one was appealing, and Hungary they did well as well.
Yeah, they're definitely stepping up their game. But McLaren, I mean, fair play, they had a great start with Lando.
I just feel sorry for Sainz. I mean, I do and I don't, because he's chasing a dream that everybody wants in F1, a seat at Ferrari. But look what's happening. McLaren are becoming one of the top 3 teams again.
I think
that next
Sainz's
season
career is going to die there.
Oh yeah,
you think so? You think it'll be Ferrari will be too slow and he'll be like another Vettel, don't win anything, and then he has about 5 years there, and then see you later, you don't have a seat.
Yeah, I honestly think that is the end of science, unless Ferrari can pull their fist out their fucking arse, not just their finger. Then Sainz's career is going to die with Ferrari.
Oh, definitely not.
I've got a topic actually.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
As I've got it on screen, Haas. What
interesting
is going on with the penalties that they got just for pitting on a formation lap?
Well, the reason why they got the penalty is because the team came over the radio and told them to box instead of them saying box a lap.
Yeah, so if Daniel Kvyat went in the pits on the dries like he said that he wanted to, he wouldn't have got a penalty for that because it was his idea. It's because the team told him to that's where the penalty came in for them.
But still, Magnussen got the point.
Yeah, he did. And
still
you know
got
what? It was thoroughly deserved. from a car that looks the exact same as last year, if I'm honest. But
I think the
yeah,
issue with that car now is obviously the Ferrari engine, which is pretty much all Ferrari powered teams. The engine is just terrible.
yeah, I mean, look at Alpha. Alpha aren't doing very good at all either.
What's the
Absolutely
next
not.
track?
I
Williams.
would.
track.
Williams are doing
Britain.
good. See, Russell is
Oh.
making Williams look a lot better than what they are, because I think Latifi is your boundary there, and if he's your second driver, he's where you should be sat. But
In fairness to Williams, if they didn't fuck up the pit stop and Latifi into Carlos Sainz, they could have generally gotten a point with Latifi. Because you
Yeah,
cannot
true,
overtake at Hungary. It's simply not possible. Even Lando Norris was saying at the end of the race, you can't overtake, that's why he was stuck behind in no points. You just can't do it.
there's only a couple of areas where you think, right, I can push someone here and actually get an overtake, but it's not easy. It's not like
You need a
Slipstream
massive
and Sealer.
pace advantage on them.
Yeah.
You need a Mercedes.
Right, well, there's no race this weekend, is there? As well.
No, it's not a race weekend. It is Britain next week and then Britain
Yeah, can
afterwards.
I just say, we all know
Yeah.
who is very strong around Britain. And right now, he's in the lead of the
Valtteri
title.
Bottas. I'm kidding.
Oh, right, yeah. I was going to say Bottas. Leclerc.
Sounds like.
No, it's a certain driver
To be
called
fair, Red
Lewis
Bulls
Hamilton.
aren't that bad around.
Well, actually, that's a good point to mention. Red Bull. What's happened to them? They're off the pace.
Yeah,
I
they
don't understand.
brought upgrades to the race, and then they said
They're
they
nowhere.
didn't go how they planned.
Yeah. They had their rear wing was completely flat as an upgrade apparently, but in Austria they ran a rear wing with fins
Yeah.
for more downforce, and then as soon as they took off them fins, the back end were all over the shop. Even Albon said it was really hard to drive. It's a tricky car, which a Red Bull
And
never
we
has been.
also,
It's just literally rag
yeah,
it to
we
the
also-
limits. It'll glue to track.
We all saw that at before the race even begun.
Absolutely. Verstappen
yeah.
going off into the wall at the start. Fair play to the mechanics. How the hell did they get his suspension repaired in less than 10 minutes or something like that?
Less
Well, the
than
race
20
start.
said 20
Pritt stick.
seconds to 20 second
Duct tape.
to.
Nah, Pritt stick. Have you ever got your hand stuck to something in primary school when you've used too much Pritt stick? That's
No,
what
no,
they've
no,
used.
no.
I'm telling you.
Pritt stick never
I
caused
got
that.
it
It's
stuck. I
PVA
got it
glue.
stuck to my nose when I
Oh
was
yeah,
sniffing it.
PVA when you used to put it on your hand and peel it off. Anyway, we're going off topic now.
We're going to talk about PVA glue all of a sudden.
Right.
Good. I'll tell you something though. Them mechanics deserve a podium after that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Imagine if they
and
did.
like to even
Thoroughly deserved.
beat the. Oh wait, he beat the second Mercedes now, didn't he? Or not? No, he
Yeah,
didn't.
because
Bottas.
they pitted Bottas for some stupid reason.
They tried to do the Hamilton effect of last year with Bottas this year.
Yeah, but the
It's
thing
never gonna
is, I'm sorry, but Valtteri isn't a driver that can do that. Like last year,
No, Valtteri's
Lewis
a
was
quick,
setting
consistent driver.
Fastest,
He's-
yeah, but he
Yeah.
can't push as much as what Lewis
No,
Hamilton
no.
did.
He needs a car in front of him to know that he's going fast. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because-
or a load of cars behind him.
Yeah, because
Whereas
Lewis
Hamilton
Hamilton,
is like,
we all
he
we all
needs that
said it.
position. He's going to get it.
Yeah, we all said it last year that was one stellar drive from Lewis Hamilton, and no one else could do it. And we saw that last weekend.
He lapped Latifi 5 times in that race.
Jesus wept.
As
You're
you-
saying Latifi could have got a point. Get out.
Well, he could have if he didn't crash. Like I said,
Yeah.
he crashed and damaged the floor with the bunker
you lose
as well.
you lose 5 laps, do you? For 2 pit stops.
What
Yeah.
I want to say quickly, what I want to say is George Russell.
Is it
right,
one more point, Reese? One more point.
one more
more
point,
point.
yeah. Right, George Russell, we all know he's a phenomenal driver. He's got loads of pace. You see that in qualifying. But the one time he was genuinely fighting for place and fighting other drivers in the midfield around the Styrian Grand Prix, he went off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which backs up my opinion of him. Is my opinion
He's not
of
used to
Russell
fighting.
is-
He's not used to fighting.
Yeah.
Disabled man.
I wasn't going to say that, but my opinion of Russell is you can't really say anything about him until you either get him a better car or he goes to another team.
Yeah, he doesn't have the racecraft experience. See, you got a Lando Norris, who is a good all-rounder, but with Russell, we've not seen him fight. We saw him fight in a proper
we've seen
place
Russell
one
fight
time, and
one person.
he made a mistake and went off.
Yeah, his whole entire season last year was just fighting Kubica. His only target was getting qualifying from Kubica.
He disabled them.
You're fighting against a driver who theoretically had one arm, and I'm still surprised today that he's driving, which it's just incredible what he does.
Yeah.
Well, so he's in the Alfa Romeo reserves now.
I know, and he's putting some half decent lap times as well.
He's still got pace with him. Fair play to him.
I think we do one more subject, and I think that's that. So I'm gonna end this on a big discussion here. Should this season count as a proper title because it's only a shortened season?
No.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Controversial. There we go.
There we
go.
go.
We'll let Tom go
this
first.
Is the concept we needed.
Why should this not count on the official standings as a proper season, Tom?
Well, it's a short season. It's not proper. It's not full.
Okay,
God knows what type of
the rules are it needs 8 races to be a proper.
Yeah, 8 races
season.
Is not enough. I'm sorry. If you have 8 races where
but it's a minimum of
Mercedes dominant tracks.
It's a minimum of 8 races. They're still planning to have
tracks.
more.
Oh dear.
Mate, they're all.
This is going to turn into having a go at Mercedes.
Track. Oh Jesus, we're at 41 minutes right now. This is going to turn into 61 very quick.
Absolutely.
All I'm going to say is the greats of the past always raced in less races than what there is now. So how you can't
he won't be able to respond to that one.
Season. how you cannot class it as an official season? You could turn the regulations.
We've only got 10
tomorrow.
races
So far.
For next year,
12.
Yeah, but for next year, you could turn around and say, do you know what? We don't need any of them races that we haven't raced in this year anymore because the season will be long and drought. Let's just keep it as it is. What would you do then?
Fuck.
Silence is a virtue. Honestly, I don't see a problem with it. How many did Fangio win in a season? Was it 8? Was it 8 races?
I feel like Hughes is a bit speechless.
Exactly. All the greats of the past always raced in shorter seasons. I genuinely don't see a problem with it being shorter, as long as it finishes at the same sort of point. Because if you think about it. Yes, it started.
Oh, it will be.
What is it? 3? Is it 2.5, 3 months later? Is that right?
Yeah. See.
Anyway, let's call it 3 months. It might be 10.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
But all right, 4 months. It started 4 months later. We've started theoretically halfway through the season. If they can still get a good amount of races leading up to the end of when the season would end, with the possibility of the first half season tracks coming back, or indeed new ones. I still think that's a smashing season.
See, my opinion of it, which is a very unpopular opinion, is that if you win a championship in a shortened season, you actually deserve it more. You are the one that is most consistent, you are the one with the most pace throughout. I feel
because the idea of extending the season is to get more people involved.
The thing is that no matter how long a season is, the one who wins it will always have deserved it anyway.
One race season.
No matter what. No, you know what I mean. They're on.
Let's just go around Austria for 170 laps.
I feel like the one who's been the most competitive, the one that has tried the hardest, the most speed and the most consistency is going to win out overall anyway.
No, don't use these words.
No, in theory, technically, the shorter season does favour the more reliable car. The Mercedes all the Mercedes power cars are more reliable.
But hang on, you have to think. There's only like you said, if there's only 8 races, right? These cars are built to withstand 20 odd fucking races. If your car can't,
Or a gearbox 6.
yeah, if
Your
your
gearbox
car
is built
can't
to sustain
save,
6, and the engine's built to sustain about 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's about 10 at max.
yeah. So if your car can't survive 8 fucking races, you don't deserve
Which
a
the
title.
Honda or the Renault or the Ferrari can no longer do.
Anyway, I think we should leave that there then.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, because I'll tell you something, we'll be at order. We've all got a different opinion. I wasn't expecting that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah. So we'll leave it there. I don't
Let
think
us
there's
know
going to be a
down in the
podcast
comments
next
your
week.
opinion.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a podcast next week. I'm personally on holiday, and the season water started, and there's no live race, so
Yeah,
it probably
so
will
no
be worthwhile to
no
do it in 2
podcast.
weeks'
And
time.
I'm moving house then as well, so I will be having.
Oh yeah, you're moving into your
More on
coach
my
house,
plate.
aren't you, for £1,400 a month?
What
Anyway,
the fuck is a coach?
that is that. It's a coach house. It's basically a house above a garage.
My house isn't above a garage. What are you talking? What are you on about?
The picture
called
that you
banter.
sent. I know you're not moving.
What,
I know
the-
you're not
the-
moving
the
in that. We've
box?
gone off topic, Reese. Reese, let me just wrap it up and let's go. Unedited version. Smith kicks off with Sherman. Right. Yeah, so
Drink,
there
yeah.
won't be one next week, but there'll be one.
Oh my god,
after,
Reese.
'cause
Fucking
obviously-
hell.
Reese!
Reese, I'm still going here. Just decided to open a big old bag of fucking crisps there.
Oh, it wasn't a bag of crisps. It was the thing that wraps around like the
Share
six
bag of walkers
fucking...
to himself. Jesus.
No, it was the six bottles of drink or something. That fucking wrapping
6
thing with
bottles
the
of drink.
handle that cuts
Six
through.
Reese
bottles
Sherman,
of
everyone.
drink.
Reese Sherman, everyone.
We're gonna leave that in. Just to prove that.
Right,
Dumb
well,
you are.
mate, everything's uncut. I don't do editing. Right, so yeah, nothing next week. Week after, we'll have had 3 races and the British Grand Prix, so we'll have plenty to talk about.
Absolutely.